All right, so it's been almost 9 months since the Off-White Blazer Mid from the 10 collection was released, and I wanted to give you guys some pros and cons since that release. What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com, and if you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description. Also, if you guys want to purchase the Off-White Blazers or any of the other Off-White collection, check StockX in the description as well. And originally I did a review of the Vapor Max right there, but I actually never did a review of the Blazers, so I wanted to give you guys kind of a follow-up review 8 months later, let you guys know some pros and cons. And hopefully you guys like this video. If you guys like the concept of this video, I can do this more often. Just leave a thumbs up and a comment in the comment section. Finally, thank you, Lena, for gifting me this pair. We did a little bit of a trade back when the Zebras came out. I had a pair of Zebras in her size. She had these in my size, and I definitely feel like I got the better end of the deal now, unfortunately, since they're going to be re-releasing these Zebras from what I've heard. But I also did give her a pair of the blue tint Yeezys for her mom as well in the same size. So at least there was a little bit of extra compensation there. But regardless, big shout out to Alina for helping me out with this. It was really nice of her to think of me. And actually, this pair fits me perfectly. These are actually a size 9 men's, and typically I wear a 9.5, but these do run a little bit big, at least in my opinion. So the 9 is actually perfect. So first off, just a basic overview for those people that don't know what the Off-White collection is about. Nike launched 10 icons that were reconstructed. It was a celebration of iconic Nike shoes that was in collaboration with designer Virgil Abloh, who owns the brand Off-White. It included the Air Jordan 1, the Presto, the Air Max 90, Air Force 1, Vapor Max, Hyperdunk, Zoom Fly, Chuck Taylor, Blazer, and Air Max 97. The Chuck Taylors actually didn't release in the original 10. It came out in 2018. But as you can see on the box, it says the 10 Blazer Mid. The retail price on the box was actually only $130. And the Blazer Mid was actually the first Nike basketball shoe to carry the swoosh. The Blazer was designed for immediate dominating impact on the court, and in the mid-1980s, a decade after its debut, the sneaker was wholly embraced by the skate culture, where the sneaker's high ankle cut and full foot support were the perfect blueprint for skateboarding. So just to give you guys a quick overview of the shoes in the box, you can see on the box it says Nike Swoosh with the quotation marks. And then again, the label, it says Off-White Shoebox, Beaverton, Oregon. Beaverton, Oregon is Nike headquarters, if you guys didn't realize that. When you open up the box, it's actually the Nike sportswear box that is flipped inside out, which I thought was a nice touch. You do have some special wrapping paper as well as some hang tags from the shoes. And other than that, you do get some extra pairs of laces. They say shoelaces on them, as you can see. They came in white, black, green, and then orange as well. I like the orange, obviously. Go Beavs. That is the color that I went with. I'm going to try to replace the background with all orange sneakers. I just haven't done it quite yet. Also, the thing that you guys see a lot of people actually wearing these on the shoe is the Off-White zip tag or whatever this is called, zip tie. I personally don't wear it like this. I like to wear it without. I just put it on, honestly, just for this video, but I don't wear them with the tag. I think it's cheesy, honestly. Not knocking anybody that does it, but for me personally, I would like stab myself with this on my ankle or like step on it and trip and literally twist my ankle. So for me personally, this is a hazard. Got to take mine off. But overview of the shoe. The coolest feature on the shoe, in my opinion, is this ridiculously oversized rubberized type material of the Nike Swoosh. And I don't know how to describe this material other than it feels rubberized, and it's just ridiculous looking, as you can see. It has a little orange tag on the swoosh, as you can see there, and it wraps all the way around to the inside of the shoe. And then you can see the big print. It says Off-White for Nike, Blazer Mid, Beaverton, Oregon, 1972, year that the shoes were actually created. On the back of the shoe, you can see the raw edges right here, and then you can see it says Nike on the back. Speaking of raw edges, you have the tongue. Kind of cool to have that Nike logo on the side of the tongue. You can see some red stitching all the way across the tongue as well. On the insole, it says the 10, and it has the big X on the bottom. And something on the back that is also really interesting, this material right here, it's kind of like a fiberglass type material. I think the Jordan 1s actually have this too, but I actually don't have a pair of the Jordan 1s in hand. I've never had a pair in hand, so I don't know. But I thought that was kind of a cool little detail on the back of the shoe. Definitely adds a lot of different dynamic to the shoe because you have so many different materials. You have this interesting material here, and I can't really put my finger on this. It's like kind of a mesh hyperfuse material here, and then you have leather on the collar, then you have suede on the back, and then this kind of fiberglass material with a rubberized swoosh. It's like simple, but it's not at the same time. It's definitely like a complex overall look. You also do have that nappy suede sort of stuff on the eyelet right here for the laces, which is the same as on the back. Another cool thing is you could see that swoosh overlays on top of the midsole, and then you also do get a rubberized toe cap on the front of the shoe, which is actually pretty cool as well. If you look at the shoe just like this, it looks like a $30 Nike Blazer, but now all of a sudden it's the off-white Blazer, so it's worth $1,000, right? Like, that's the thing that to me I think is just kind of hilarious, honestly. The fact that there's so much hype about this shoe when the last time we saw this amount of hype around a Nike Blazer was back with the Supreme Blazers. Ultimately, though, there's definitely some ridiculous hype beast effect that these shoes have on people. But the craftsmanship of the shoe and how they deconstructed the Blazer is also a really big plus. So lots of reasons to like the shoe. There's definitely some reasons to hate on it as well. But at the end of the day, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So now that we have our bases covered, I'm going to go over the pros and cons real quick. So we'll start off with the pros first. First, I like the side label. I think it looks cool. The oversized swoosh, you already know I love. And this heel cup, as well as the rubberized toes. I just like some of those overall changes that they made to this otherwise basic model. A big pro was the price point only being $130 for the release. Another pro for some people is that these were once considered the ugly duckling of the off-white collection, but since then they have really skyrocketed in demand. Like 8 months, 9 months later, now these are like going for $1,000 now, which is insane. They were going for like $4 and $5, I think, at one point. Another pro is the overall outside the box design. I love that they made something different out of something that we're used to actually seeing. It was just a really creative theme, and it was consistent across all 10 of the releases. Another pro is creating demand out of the products that are lacking. The Blazers, again, as I mentioned, are at outlets for $30, but these are $1,000 on the open market, which is crazy. Virgil did the same thing with the Converse as well as the Presto. Those are shoes that are sitting everywhere at outlets, but the ones that he made are worth a lot more than the average. As I mentioned, the extra laces are definitely a pro, and the laces have become pretty iconic. I love that all the pairs come with the same color laces, and it looks like they're continuing that trend with the 2018 releases so far. Another pro is the reverse box. Again, I thought that was a nice touch. Another thing that people can consider a pro is the fact that these are limited releases. It's a pro because I think that it does keep the demand high, which that luster has helped Nike secure relevancy again in 2017 and 18. And if you struck out, it looks like there's many more pairs coming in 2018. They'll likely be a hard cop, but resale prices are all over the place. So let's transition into the cons. As I mentioned, limited releases can be a pro, but it's also a con because it definitely sucks for those people that really want the shoes. Another con is you're really paying an extra $100 for the Off-White label. Counterpoint to that, though, is the Off-White brand itself is extremely expensive, like $1,000 hoodies or whatever, so you're really not paying that much more, in my opinion, but it can be considered a con. Another thing that people can consider a con is oversaturation. Hopefully they won't oversaturate the market in 2018, making too much of a good thing. Is it happening already? We've seen a ton of new ones, but it's fairly safe to say that they've taken the crown in 2018 already over the Yeezys. And pretty much all the celebrities seem to be flexing the Virgil Abloh Off-White collection. And the last con could be just the hype in general. It's confusing how people can look at this shoe as a grail potentially, and the others in the same exact model like are $30 again at outlets. And most of the time they're equal quality materials. I would say that this one definitely has premium materials or just different. So it's not exactly equal in that regard. But the fact that the hype is what's generating the demand for the shoes is sometimes unfortunate to see. Regardless of the hype, I think that Virgil did a great job on this and the other sneakers in the collection. So my final verdict, I think that the collection is just a great collection. It brought back some of the luster of the collections that we've been missing, such as the lacking Nike All-Star packs and the Easter packs and Christmas and so on. This 10 collection was really something, and it shows that it was definitely worth Nike taking the risk on Virgil Abloh to be able to allow him to have creativity of the products that he wanted to create. Now, for anybody that saw the Kanye interview, he seemed real salty that Virgil was given the opportunities that he was not, because Kanye didn't have freedom to really do what he wanted to, and Virgil seems to have had that ability. So I think that there is kind of a domino effect there because they didn't give Kanye the creativity that he wanted. Kanye bounced and he went to Adidas and did his own thing and created. Virgil came to Nike, and it seems like they had more of an open mind because of Kanye leaving. So without a Kanye there, would there be the Virgil that we see today? I mean, I don't think so, personally. I personally think that Kanye laid the foundation for Virgil to be successful in the Off-White line with Nike. But what do you guys think? The Off-White Nike collaborations continue to thrive in 2018, and every release seems to indicate the further success of the brand collaborations, allowing Virgil to create something with no limits. I wonder if Nike will actually give Virgil the ability to create his own model from scratch in the future. What do you guys think about the Off-White collection and the future of the Off-White collection? If you guys are new to the channel, you guys like the content, hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to be notified when the videos go live. And thank you guys for stopping by and watching. At this time, if you guys want to click the screen, you can go ahead and watch any of the other videos that you see on the screen. And thank you guys for stopping by and watching. We'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.